Hey everybody, today is Tuesday at 1:30 and I wanted to share the journey that I've been through regarding the PPP program. So in case it can help somebody, another small business owner like myself, navigate these waters, then it's worth the effort. I just share my story. I'm not an attorney, I'm not a financial advisor or an accountant. I'm just a small business owner that, like you, is trying to do the best we can for our family and our business. And so I've done a lot of research and getting questions answered along the way. And I'm happy to share what I found out. But please, before you take any of my advice, just look into it for yourself, and I'll try to point you in the direction of the resources that I've learned about over the last week or so. But essentially, as you know, I'm a realtor, so I'm an independent contractor, a 1099 worker. So I initially looked into the PPP program, which, if you're not familiar with it, is part of the CARES Act. It stands for Payroll Protection Program. And so I initially looked into it for my team. I had been reading about the law and what is covered. I was turned in to a webinar given yesterday by Congressman Schneider, and he had interviewed somebody from the SBA. So they went through the program and how to apply, and I was able to get some of my questions answered. Namely, I am an independent contractor. Essentially, though, the people that work with me are also independent contractors, which means that I can't also apply for them. I can apply for myself, but my worker is a independent contractor, and that could be considered double dipping if she were to also apply. So that's why they don't accept other independent contractors. I would only have employees that I could apply as part of the application. The other thing that I learned was that the lenders are the ones that are going to be funding this, and they are going to be reimbursed from the government. So you need to apply with your bank. So when I looked at my bank accounts, they are not established as business accounts, and that particular bank is going to be servicing their clients first, and they're not going to be able to accept my application. So then I said, well, what am I going to do? And one of the things they mentioned on the call yesterday was there's a lookup, and it's through SBA.gov. And you can put in your zip code, and it directs you to an approved lending institution. And then I'll also tell you that if you want to see this webinar, it's on Brad Schneider's website, which is it's schneider.house.gov. And he also did a webinar a week ago on EDIL program, so you can check those out. So when I learned that my bank would not accept my application, I have to wait until April 10th because that's when independent contractors are able to file. Right now they're taking applications for small businesses. So I'm getting ready for April 10th, and I realized I can't apply at my bank. So what do? So I put in my zip code. I found this bank. I called the local branch. I got a nice guy. He set up an appointment. I went in there today. The lobby's locked, and you can only go in by appointment. So I was wearing my mask, and I opened up a new account because he said, do you have an account? I said, no. He said, well, we don't have that requirement where you have to be a business account owner in order to file your PPP application with us. So I established a new account with this bank, and he was able to answer my questions that I had directly regarding this application. So now I'm poised to apply on April 10th when it's open for independent contractors. The other thing that I found out was once you fill it out, you will get contacted by the business department of the bank. And the bank will go through and they're going to hopefully explain what is forgivable and what's not. So I think there's some that still needs to be clarified and worked out, but essentially that's the process, and the lenders are accepting these directly, not through the SBA. So the SBA can point you into the right direction if you need a bank, but it's going to be your local bank that's going to work with you, and they're funding the loan, and they're also going to be wanting to see documentation of how you use those funds to determine whether it's forgivable or not. So I'm happy to talk to anybody about my experience, or if there's anything I can do to help you. Again, I'm not giving advice. I'm just sharing my experience of things that I've learned by talking to different experts and figuring out how it works. I know that there's some things that still need to be clarified even at the lenders, but reach out, and I hope you're enjoying this beautiful day, and we'll talk with you soon.